What's up, y'all? This is Friday with Professor X at the Ability 411. As you can see, today I got on my green stocking cap, whatever they call these scarf things, covering up the new do. My hair is growing. I don't know if you can see it in the back, but I'm doing it. It should be long by the shoulder hopefully by May, June. Anyway, this week we're discussing taxis and all the things. I know all the ladies been dropping a whole lot of science about, everything that, technicalities and numbers and stuff like that. But I always thought about that myself. Like right now, when I got injured, well, let's say before, most of us, all of us, before, majority of us, because some of us, haven't really lost that being spontaneous thing, don't know. That's, there's a lot of things that are major that changes in our lives, and being spontaneous is like one of the biggest obstacles many of us deal with. And just being able to I want to go somewhere, because majority of the services that are out there, you got to call them, you got to set appointments. What if you wake up one morning, I feel like a pizza, I want to go get a pizza, or I want to go to the mall, I want to go to the movie. You don't want to have to always plan something. Somebody could call or stop by and say, oh, wow, how you doing? Hey, I want to go such and such. I want to do this. And you're like, well, I have to make an appointment. Having a taxi or having a service that you can just call when you need it, that makes up for the loss of being spontaneous. Because, when you are not injured, you can just get up and get on a bus or get on a train or just go somewhere. It's that simple. But right now, there's no taxi in my area. I can't pick up the phone and call somebody and say, can you come get me? So changing a lot of the vehicles into taxis, or like changing them, making them all accessible, brings back that being spontaneous feeling where you could just go outside and just be like, hey, I need a taxi. Boom, there's a taxi. Get up in it. It's accessible. I want to go to the mall. I want to go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sign up for a service, wait 2 months to be accepted. And, all of that's crazy to me, And I think that is real important. If they really can make that move and make that happen, it's definitely a change. Because I always felt like the world wasn't built, in this country, well, many countries for that matter, world wasn't built with people who use wheelchairs in mind. Just think about it. Think about the older a building gets, like who in a wheelchair can get in here? You got buildings that are like 6 stories high, and they're not accessible. There's a lot of townhouses not accessible, homes not accessible. Pretty much, the history of someone who had a disability, couldn't walk, they were institutionalized. They sent them to an institution, and that's where they lived the rest of their life, in an institution. And being part of society was basically, may not have been part of the whole setup of building homes and whatnot. Because when I moved out here into this house, wasn't accessible. There's not an accessible house in the area. Everything has to be converted. Townhouses, brownstones. Majority of anything that was built wasn't built with a wheelchair on it. If you really think about it, nothing was built with wheelchair accessibility, So, if you, like I said, if you had a situation, you needed to you couldn't move, I guess you had to use a wheelchair, they sent you to an institution. Society is changing over to making things more accessible is basically fairly young, because there's still places that aren't accessible, and they just built like a whole new house, like 2 houses over. They didn't build a ramp on it or an elevator or nothing, because nobody like constructs things or builds things, and it's a rental. So I mean, there's like we still have a long way to go of making everything accessible. I mean, if you're going to build a rental, shouldn't it be accessible? Why do we have to live in accessible living, or what's the other word they use? Assistive care facilities or something like that. You know, if you're gonna, if it soon, maybe, you know, somebody will fight for that next. If you need a home, if they building a tenant building, then they're gonna have to have a ramp on it, or as they have elevators. So the thing with doing this with taxis, I think, is the first step. It's converting chairs. Converting, you know, taxis into wheelchair accessible vehicles is not something that hasn't been done. They're already doing it. I mean, even like with my MV1 is perfect for a taxi. I believe it's the taxi of today, as the logo may say, and it's true. You know, it's go right up in there, boom, strap down, lock in, room for other passengers, room to even someone sit down there, and we all have a nice little party. So it needs to happen. You know, it needs to happen. You know, they need to evolve, and the MV1s are beautiful. You know, just make it happen. You know, I don't really see too. I know that the Caravans, like I said, I have one. It's all right, you know, but an MV1 is already built, designed, made. You don't have to convert it and, you know, do all that other stuff. So that's basically it. That's really my opinion on the matter, is that being able to have taxis everywhere accessible, it brings back that being spontaneous feeling. And what, you know, that to me is like something some of us lose, that, you know, not being able just to go outside and go to like, you know, somewhere and just say I need a taxi, or call up a taxi service. Like I said, I can't call up a taxi service like right now and to say I want to go somewhere. I will have to set up a service and they will have to come get me. So it's a good move. I'm glad there's people out here who are fighting for all these things that's going to make our lives just as normal as it was before our injury. So enjoy your Friday. You might see this today, which is Thursday, because I usually miss Fridays, because Fridays is always a busy day. You know, something's gonna go down, somebody's coming over, you know, so I need to just do my, once I know a topic, I say, you know, once you know a topic X, make a video, and just, if it's going to sit there. So I'm going to upload it tonight, right now, because I might not have time to upload it tomorrow. So that's basically it. I'm going to let y'all go. Enjoy your Friday, and thank you for joining the Ability 411. Peace and love. Bye.